Hey, good to be here with you all. We'll take questions in just a second. Obviously, we're moving on here to next week. Got a lot of bills. You know, it's a short session, and we're hearing a lot of bills. So encourage all of our members to make sure that they're on top of these things because they are moving pretty quickly, and that's when things can get away from us. And obviously, they're going to go to the Senate for more vetting. So, but with that, happy to see our own House Dems get some bills moving as well. So with that, I'll be happy to take any questions
50 to 70 days left between now and when you guys adjourn. What do you think will be the major obstacle between now and Sunny Day?
You know, it's interesting because I think a lot of these local government reform bills, like township government. There's a couple bills, one in the Senate, one in the House. Some things that are just more locally focused, I think, end up being maybe the real sticklers because we're not going to do anything within the budget this year. But I know, even some of their top bills or leadership bills are they're kind of struggling a little bit. They're kind of getting, I suppose, and they want to get them in their own right place. We were happy that Representative Blake Johnson got his amendment into 1001, so we'll just kind of see where that goes from there. But probably more, and in fact, 1001, I know there's some concerns from local governments, from cities, those, Carmel, Westfield, I think, and others, with regards to some of the fees and things like that. So we'll see where that goes.
What is your take on Representative Delaney's IEDC resolution, and do you see an appetite amongst House Republicans to move that resolution forward?
Yeah, I think I do, actually. I think that, anytime that we can sort of shed more light on what's happening, it's kind of a good first step with the governor and his some of those recommendations and things that they found from looking at the IEDC last summer. But I think the fact that a lot of legislators, frankly, really we still aren't really sure what's happening there within IEDC and where the money's going and all that. I think it's really good, and that's why I think Representative Delaney is saying, "Hey, can we talk about that? If we can get it into a committee, talk about it now while we are all here, so we know what's going on." I think it's a good thing, and it's we talk about transparency a lot on all issues. I think this one, which involves so much money, should be right up there at the top of the list when it comes to transparency.
The speaker kind of, splashed some cold water on that idea, said it would go through the committee process, but he kind of indicated he didn't think there would be time for it. Is there any other way of getting that done, or do you feel like it's,
Yeah, look, if it's all about priorities, and if it's a priority, we'll certainly find the time. We've found the time to do, I don't know how many bills we did today. There's about another 50 to 60 for next week, so we've got time to do these things, and I think it would be well worth it. I think, if anything, it's well worth it for the taxpayers with all these millions of dollars and seeing how they're being spent and so on.
If the resolution doesn't go forward, do you foresee trying to work that language into an amendment to a bill or anything like that?
Well, I would love to share our amendment strategy with you, but if you don't mind, we'll just probably keep that to ourselves. It's probably not a bad idea. You got to obviously find a bill that fits and so on. So we've done this before, by the way. We've talked about IEDC in the last year and the year before, past sessions about what can we do to make things more transparent and things like that. Representative Porter, Representative Delaney on the Budget Committee have asked a lot of great questions, and they aren't the only ones either. There are other Republican lawmakers on Budget Committee that have asked great questions too. So I think we're all kind of on the same wavelength here when trying to figure out, making sure that the dollars are being spent wisely.
The Senate is moving the bill to exempt overtime and tips from state taxes. What are your thoughts on that? And then plus, if that isn't reopening the budget, what is?
Well, I'll have to take a look at the bill, and we'll talk about it as as a caucus. I have heard a couple of our members are inclined to support such a thing. So, but they want to take a look at it too. So we'll see where that goes. But I know that it's again, talking to a couple of our members, they would probably be in support. Caucus-wise, I don't know yet.
Is such a big revenue matter? Is that a reopening the budget type of thing?
Yeah, that's certainly a concern when we're trying to find other revenue for things that we feel are important. When it comes to access to childcare and all those things. So that's just one thing that we'll have to weigh the benefit of that tax break versus the things that we would like to invest money in.
See anything happening with data centers between now and end of session?
I would say well, of course, we would love to see the same tax exemption that data centers get. We'd like to see the ratepayers get that same tax break. I don't know if there were to be any movement with regards to what we can do to have those data centers and have them invest more of their money in the projects. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Again, we're going to be running out of time, I know, but certainly that is going to be an issue that's going to be talked about all summer and into next year as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.